We are going to hike Willis Creek. This is actually not just a creek, but it's a beautiful slot canyon. This is in Utah off of Highway 12 by Cannonville. You can actually look it up on Google Map. It's really easy to find. So this is a very easy hike. There are no inclines and declines, and there's no climbing. There's really nothing. It's just a flat area. Anyone can do it. It is about 5-mile round trip, but you don't have to do the whole thing. You can just do about a 3-mile round trip. So first when you go, you're going to go in a general area, and then it's going to become this narrow slot canyon. And as most slot canyons, it will open up, and then it will narrow back down, and then open up and narrow back down. And it is so, so beautiful. You're going to actually hike on the creek, but it's maybe like an inch or two deep, so you can just walk in it with your shoes. After you pass the slot canyon itself, you can turn around there. That would make it about a 3-mile round trip. But if you keep going, it will just open up wider and wider, and you will still see these beautiful, beautiful rock formations on the sides. It's still worth it. I Googled this ahead of time just so I know what I'm in for, and I love slot canyons, so we're going to do it. From the parking lot, look for the sign for the trailhead. It will point to the left, and just follow that, and then you will just follow an easy path. It's going to kind of go around, but if you don't do that, if you just go straight instead of to the left, then you will see this right away, and then you can just follow this, and you will end up at the same spot where the other path leads you, but this will probably take you maybe a minute instead of 5 or 10 minutes. So just something to keep in mind. As you keep going, it will get narrower and narrower and more beautiful, and eventually you will actually start seeing that little creek, and it's just an inch right now. You can step in it. Sometimes it gets a little deeper, but you kind of have to cross it here and there, but it's just stepping over it, so it's nothing major right now. I don't know how it is during other times of the year. I think the summer is pretty dried up, so if you go in the fall or in the winter, the water will probably be a lot deeper, maybe even too much. And after that, you will see an area that seems like you have to have down 20 feet, but actually there is a way around it. So just go to the right, and you'll see it. It's really not hard to find, and there are always footprints everywhere because there are people going, coming and going all the time. I actually saw one hiker and then a group of hikers coming back. That was it. And just keep going, and then you will get down to the path. This is the only place where you have to go around it. Otherwise, it is so super simple to follow. There is absolutely no problems following this path. After a while, you will realize that the canyon will not narrow back down again, so it will just keep widening more and more. And this is the spot where, if you want, you can turn around if you have had enough or if you're pressed for time, but you can keep going. The water will dry up at some point and it will just be not so shady anymore, pretty hot, but still very, very beautiful rock formations. You can still find shade here and there because there are trees, and these are still pretty tall building-like formations. So if you can do it, I think it's still worth it. And then when you get to the end, you can just simply turn around. There's nowhere else to go, and then you come back on the same path that you went. This was a very nice hike. I highly, highly recommend it. There are so many other places you can visit here. For one, there's Bryce Canyon National Park. There are a lot of small places that nobody really knows about, but it's on the map. You just have to look for it. And they are all in this area. Or you could go back to where I was just yesterday. I did a video about Peekaboo Slot Canyon. It was a slot canyon like this, but a lot narrower and shorter. And also Moki Caverns. There are so many places to see here. So I definitely recommend, if you're in Utah, in this area, come down here and enjoy yourself. This was very, very nice. 5-mile round trip, but it's not hard. Anyone can do it. So definitely, definitely recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.